All right, so there's a few things on a razee that I kind of felt the need to explain. Because there's a lot of stuff when it comes to naval technology you just might not otherwise think about. Um, Museum. Um, Museum Roman ships. And I understand that this has very little to do or nothing to do with the HMS Victory or razees or the weight, but it helps for you to understand. I believe this is it. A lot of the technologies for building ships, it may look the same. I guess this is just the Museum of Ancient Shipfaring, but it's the museum that has these in it. Um, God, I did that wrong. Museum für Antike Schifffahrt, I guess is how they say it. Copy and then paste. When I said that the razee, when you take out the top deck, because I said earlier that the bottom half of the ship is where the majority of the weight is, right? So how taking off the top deck, how could that remove half of the weight? How is that even possible? With um, when you have a lot of top weight, you have to add more weight to the bottom. So when you take the weight off the top, a lot of the weight that you have on a voyage um, that is not ballasting has to do with your crew and with your gun. Um, you're getting a lot of human weight off of that ship. You're also getting a lot of iron weight off of that ship. And even though the top half of that ship they're actually cutting off, they literally cut it off straight on a razee. When they took all this out, when you cut it up into sections of 16 inches, it's manageable and you can handle that you're able to manage and handle. It weighs about 100 pounds, you know. It's completely wet. If you cut it down when it's completely wet and it's all soaked, I mean it's really heavy. And as you dry it out, it starts compact. You got to talk about all of the food and all of the fresh water, about all of their daily needs that need to be taken care of, and having more staff on hand to help take care of those daily needs. Um, you're also talking about the powder and stuff like that, and the different size of cannonballs, and all of this stuff. Um, there's supplies for, if you figure you start with about uh, 20 large cannons on the bottom, and then successive levels up, you have more cannons, but they're smaller. But you still have the same size of crew for them. When you remove all of that and the ballasting, because you've removed a lot of this ballasting because you don't have to compensate for that top weight, there's a lot of stuff that's on the top that you're going to be able to take that and put it in the bottom. All right, well, that sucked. It shut me off.